Hi there, everyone. This is Sean 0071986. I hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday evening. I know it's late and everything, and I figured I might talk about this one because it's the kind of stuff that's been bugging me lately. I know, sports related, there's something bugging me about sports and everything, it's kind of a thing, man, it's kind of a thing, but shit happens, so, I'm gonna talk about it. So what I'm talking about is the NFL. Apparently, the NFL has decided that they are really, or definitely really, are pushing for a 13-game season. For a 18-game season in the NFL. Now, granted, that equals more football, right? Sounds good on paper. But also, it also has some caveats. Lots of caveats, mind you. And one of the biggest caveats that everyone is talking about, and I don't blame them for talking about this one, is the fact that, having an 18-game season sounds good on paper, but at the same time, it's putting players' safety in harm's way. I mean, if you kind of think about it, this is the NFL we're talking about, because when it comes to the NFL, the only thing they want to make sure is try to maximize the profit in their sport. I mean, it is one of the sports in America that people pretty much give a fuck about. But the thing is, and a lot of concerns that everybody has, I don't blame them, is the fact that having an 18-game season means that that puts players' safety in the strong risk, and there's a good chance that many players won't even make it through the full 18 games. I mean, it's already hard enough. It's already bad enough when you have players who trying to make it through a 17-game season without having to worry about injuries. And same with the 16. I mean, yeah, I know the 16-game season wasn't a cakewalk, but at least people didn't lose. But at least the injuries weren't that bad at best. But I feel like this is another way for the NFL to try to squeeze out some extra money. Not to mention the fact that in this upcoming season, we're going to have two back-to-back football games with Thursday's game being the kickoff game featuring the Baltimore Ravens and the world champion and the defending Super Bowl champions Kansas City Chiefs, who are looking to go back to back, try to go for a three-peat like the New England Patriots did. And also on Friday, which by the way, this game the game on Friday will be played on Peacock Premium. Then we're going to have a Brazil game, the very first Brazil NFL game, featuring the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Player safety is a must. Let's be real. Player safety is a must. Yes, I know people want to watch some football and everything, but you can't forget about the player safety. So this is my thoughts of if they're going to do an 18-game season in the NFL. Here's something that the NFL needs to do. NFL and Roger Goodell needs to do. Number one, give all 32 teams 2 bye weeks. Because let's be real, if you're gonna do an 18-game season, you got to give the 32 teams 2 bye weeks. One earlier of the season, and the other in the later part of the season. That way, by teams having 2 bye weeks, it can help ease off the wear and tear of the long haul. Because after all, players are humans too, and they have to rest too, to not only keep their skill up but also prevent getting injured. That's one. Number two, increase the roster size. If we're going to have an 18-game, if we're going to have an 18-game season, you gotta have to find a way to definitely increase the roster size of the team, roster size of all 32 teams. a 53-man roster sounds good on paper, but it would only work. But it did work for the 16-game season, 17-game season. But with an 18-game season, I think you're gonna have to expand. I think you really gonna have to expand. Expand that. You got to expand the season. I mean, you got to expand the roster because it's like, I don't know, make it like 63 or maybe 72 or something. I don't know. Also, expanding the practice squad, just in case if a player, if some of the players get injured and you need someone to come off for the practice squad, you can bring them up and they can play. I feel like this should work. It would obviously work. Now, would the NFL and Roger Goodell and the owners would do it? That's remained to be seen because honestly, man, it's like an 18-game season sounds good on paper, but you really need to worry about the player's safety. I know. Me saying that to the NFL, that's like a snowball's chance of hell. But hey, man, it's like at least I'm trying to think about work. But who knows? But like I said, who knows, man? Who knows? It will be interesting to see how the NFL. It was interesting to see how the NFL will work this out. But I don't know. But I really want to know what you think. But I really want to know what y'all think of this whole situation. She said, "Oh, and on another way, you said, if you're gonna have an 18-game season, then I suggest you start extending the wild card season. I mean, you already got like a 7th seed. Why don't you add an extra bonus seed for the wild card spot? Yeah, I know. Knowing them, it's like, oh, but that'd be adding more. If you think about it, adding an extra seed into the playoffs, especially in the wild card, that'll add more playoff games, more playoff games for the wild card games. Who knows? It might be interesting. Might be very interesting, but we'll have to wait and see. But that's just me rambling on about this. But I feel like I want to talk about it for obvious reasons, and I want to know what y'all think of this. Okay. As always, be sure to leave a comment, like this video, subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell to don't miss an update, share with friends, share with neighbors, share with others, and that's about it. Until next time, this is Sean 0071986 signing off. Thank you for watching this video. It really means a lot, and I'll see you in the next one. Catch you later. Bye-bye.